TuneIn Radio, the WMAY app, or listen at home with your Amazon smart speaker. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
Your dependable 5-day forecast on WMAY. Today, chances of flurries this afternoon with a high near 34. Tonight, cloudy, low around 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 36, low around 21. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 31. Snow likely after midnight. Thursday, patchy blowing snow likely with a high near 30. Friday, a chance of snow in the morning, blustery and cold with a high only around 5. And your Christmas Eve will be partly sunny and cold with a high near 9 degrees. I'm Don Howard, 92.7 WMAY.
Weather sponsored by BLH Computers in Springfield, Jacksonville, and Taylorville. Online at blhcomputers.com.
Sale? Sale? I say up to 80% off is a sale. Now at A.B. Lauer Jewelers on West Isles, just off Chatham Road.
At A.B. Lauer, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Hey, this is Brian. Christmas is almost here, and I'm getting nervous. I still have a lot of jewelry to clear out, so we're now up to 80% off. It's gotta go.
At A.B. Lauer, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The holidays come but once a year, and Master Force is here to spread some cheer. With drivers and drills and blades and bits, from sanders and saws to power tool kits. Menards has the value and savings, of course. Shop tools and accessories from Master Force. Find great stocking stuffers and gifts at Menards. Plus, don't forget about our gift cards. Hurry now for deals on Master Force because these savings end December 24th.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Giving blood while giving back to fight hunger. Right now, when you donate blood at the Impact Life Donor Center, we'll make a $10 donation to Feed America on your behalf. Feed America partners with local food banks. Every $10 donated helps provide 100 meals for people facing hunger. See? Giving blood while giving back to fight hunger. Even if you try to give blood and find out you can't, we're still making a donation to Feed America on your behalf. So don't delay. Make your appointment today. Giving blood is not a big deal, and you're done before you know it. Visit the Impact Life Donor Center today at Wabash and Chatham Road near Goodwill in Springfield or on South Main Street in Decatur. Please, give what's in your heart because we are changing the world together. Visit bloodcenter.org.
If you've already donated to a food bank, just let them know. They've got a voucher for a $10 gift card for you instead. Visit bloodcenter.org.
92.7 WMAY.
Springfield's news and talk.
Last night on Twitter, and actually since it's Monday, how about we talk about this past weekend on Twitter. Good morning, I'm Greg Bishop. It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk, where you can always call in live and local at 217-629-7970 as we broadcast each and every weekday morning from 6 to 9. Right now it's 7:11 Central Time. If you're watching online, don't forget you can also follow me on Twitter, Bishop On Air, or you can find me on YouTube and Facebook as well. Just search out Bishop On Air, and you can also see us stream live throughout the show, and also that includes some conversations we're going to have a little bit later on this hour with Adam Andrzejewski from OpenTheBooks.com about how much of your federal money is being earmarked. So stay tuned. That's just something else that's coming up today. But let's talk about Elon Musk and Twitter. Of course, the second richest man in the world, buying Twitter for $44 billion. And he's had a pretty interesting ride over the past few weeks, let alone the past weekend, where he started the weekend off with a lot of back and forth about, if you look at his Twitter feed, how he was handling the blue check mark, how he was handling journalists that he says were doxing him, making the executive decision to suspend journalists that were doxing him. And what's really interesting here is he seems to be wanting to hold a mirror up to what's happened in the past with all of the Twitter files, which, by the way, yesterday there was also I think a 7th batch of Twitter files that came out. This after last week, you had a different batch of Twitter files come out that showed some pressure from federal agencies being put on Twitter, even during him taking over the social network, showing that the federal government was pressuring Twitter censors to censor certain types of speech, and that is, according to a lot of people, a violation of the First Amendment. So that's something that Elon Musk's putting up a mirror to with releasing those Twitter files. But he's also seeming to highlight a clear double standard here by suspending several prominent writers and journalists because he says that they were doxing his real-time location with his private jet, especially with his kid being on that private jet. So he suspended some journalists, got a lot of blowback for it. And what was interesting was to see how the mainstream corporate media reported on that breathlessly and making a lot of assumptions about free speech. But where were these media outlets during the time when other prominent conservative journalists were being censored, including the story about Hunter Biden's laptop before the 2020 election, something that the Twitter files highlighted quite a bit. So Elon Musk seems to be putting up that mirror of the double standard and highlighting it in some interesting ways. Now, something else he did yesterday over the weekend was he posted a poll that really, I think, spurred a lot of interest. And just to get through some of this here, the poll he posted was, should he step down as CEO of Twitter? And in particular, there's a lot of World Cup action. He's a big soccer fan, apparently, or a big football fan. But let's get to this poll because he posted a poll and asked if he should step down as head of Twitter. And he'll abide by the results of the poll. And it came out after 17.5 million votes. 57% or so say that he should step down. So that's Elon Musk. Now, is he going to step down as CEO and still be chairman of the board? You know, it's a $44 billion investment that he and others have made with him at the head of this. It's kind of fascinating to see. But some other things that have been happening on Twitter, we'll get to in a moment. In particular, what the person behind Elon Jet is saying he wants from Elon Musk. That's the guy who's been posting the real-time location of his location. And then also Adam Schiff, a congressman from California, talking about social media. He doesn't call it censorship necessarily, but what he says needs to happen with curbing certain types of speech on social media. But we'll get your phone calls. Good morning. You're on WMAY. Your thoughts about, the past few days with all of the happenings at Twitter. Good morning.
A lot of whining going on the media side. And I would want to correct one thing that was reported on your station on Friday by the news guy. And that was that his Elon's plane information was public knowledge. Apparently, that is not true. It was private. And this guy that, I guess, I don't know who he is, that put this information out there, I don't think he's a media guy, actually.
Just a teenager.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, just a teenager. He's Jack Sweeney.
It's wrong.
Yeah. And kind of what you're talking about here is the apparently, and I don't know all the ins and outs, but you can track private planes, and it's available with flight data, and there are websites that allow you to do that. Just as you can track your loved one's plane when they say, hey, I'm traveling across the country, here's my flight number, and you can track that flight number to watch it in real time. But when it comes to private planes, apparently, and I don't know all the ins and outs, maybe some of you pilots out there can post them this and what the ins and outs are. Apparently, Elon filed for some application to somehow mask his plane, right? But that doesn't mean it can't still be tracked. So he took the steps to try to mask it, but people went ahead and worked to unmask it to a degree and then post that, and that's what Elon Musk was suspending people for.
They're going to try to take him out. They're going to try to take him out.
Well, That's his concern, right? Is he feels like he does have a target on his back, and it's something that he doesn't want to have his real-time location revealed, especially when his children are with him. But the individual, the teenager who did post all of this, Jack Sweeney, he was on CNN recently, and this is some of what he said that we'll just play this a couple of times here. He talked about what he wants from Elon Musk when it comes to not posting this data anymore publicly, either on Twitter or elsewhere.
So what is your current demand? Relative to Musk, what will it make for you to go away and stop this?
Still a Tesla or $50,000. I mean, I'm not going to up it. There's no need to.
So what is your current demand? Relative to Musk, what will it make for you to go away and stop this?
Still a Tesla or $50,000. I mean, I'm not going to up it. There's no need to.
So is that extortion? He wants $50,000 or a Tesla in order to stop posting this. That's wild. Anyway, so he made that statement on CNN, Jack Sweeney, the teenager who's dealing with this. But what's also fascinating is what Elon Musk is ultimately saying about certain types of speech on Twitter, and his mom even got involved. All right, so his mom posted, "I've reported Larry Elder for this threat." Elon saying it's fine. And even earlier on, Elon Musk joking with Larry Elder, and we'll try to find that for you. The particular post that Larry Elder did, which is kind of macabre humor, dark humor, and Larry Elder said that I'll put this on the video stream. If Adolf Hitler, Mao Zedong, and Elon Musk were walking down the street and you gave an American lefty a firearm, he'd put both bullets into Elon Musk. Elon Musk joked and said, and they would miss both times. But then later on, Elon's mom said that she reported Larry Elder for the threat. Elon's mom, May Musk, and Elon responding saying, it's fine. So apparently Elon Musk knows what a joke is, but when it comes to tracking his real-time data, his real-time location, that's something he doesn't think is appropriate, not just for somebody to do against him, but others as well. And he even over the weekend suspended Taylor Lorenz, who had posted the address of the Libs of TikTok Twitter organizer. So this is all developing. It's fascinating. And again, with the poll of Elon Musk saying that if it succeeds, then he'll abide by it, whether or not he should step down as CEO. A lot of moving pieces with Twitter, and I think we'll have to continue to do segments about last night on Twitter. Of course, you can sound off at 217-629-7970. That's the phone number here with Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. You can also email me, bishoponair@gmail.com. Again, bishoponair@gmail.com. All right, stay tuned. We will talk about the January 6th committee next and what's going on there with media reporting. They expect charges against President Donald Trump to be referred. So we'll get to that coming up here in a moment. Let's take a look at Springfield's dependable 5-day forecast, where today you've got a high of only 33 with some calm winds, but chance of flurries, and then the low of 25. Staying with somewhat mild temperatures, though still chilly. The high of only 37 Tuesday. Tuesday night, the low of 22. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high of 32. And then Thursday, snow. It's going to be blowing snow in the afternoon with a high of 31. 90% chance of that white stuff. And then snow Thursday night. How much? I'm not sure quite yet, but the low is going to be down to 0 degrees. Friday, 30% chance of snow, with areas of blowing snow and the high of only 6 degrees. We're talking negative digit temperatures throughout the weekend heading into Christmas Day. The high of only 13, but it'll be mostly sunny. Hopefully we get that white Christmas. All right, it's now 7:21 from Culver's West on Wabash.
It's time to apply at Culver's West on Wabash. We're hiring all positions, and did we mention free food? Only at Culver's West on Wabash.
This is Jim over at CBD Botanicals. We've got something for everybody. It could be a topical, it could be a chocolate, it could be a gummy, a drink, a tincture, an inhalable, even a smokable. This week, December 19th through 24th, CBD Botanicals is going to do a buy one, get one 42.0% off sale. And that is on everything in the shop. Every product in the shop. Doesn't matter if it's a vapable, if it's a gummy, if it's a tincture, if it's a dog treat. It is unlimited. You can mix and match as you please, and there is no dollar amount limit. So if you want to get 16 items, 8 of them are going to be 42.0% off. So come on by to 2538 South Cokie Mill Road at the corner of Cokie Mill and Isles, next to Walgreens in the Fresenius building. You might see Tatum, our shop pet. You might see Coraline. You might even see Ollie or Christina as well. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to see me too.
Hi, it's Shane Luttrell. I want to invite you to shop Luttrell Jewelers and our 16th annual big holiday sale. We'll save you money on quality jewelry this Christmas. Engagement rings, necklaces, earrings, up to 30% off. Luttrell Jewelers open 6 days a week until Christmas.
Anxiety. There's plenty of it to go around for just about everyone these days, but the question is, how are you dealing with it? Anxiety can make things difficult. If you find yourself reaching for drugs or alcohol as the solution, chances are your anxiety has gotten out of control. It's time to pick up the phone and call Gateway Foundation. You'll talk with someone who holds the strictest confidentiality so that you can open up and learn about treatment options. Our team of professional counselors, therapists, psychiatrists, and physicians have a long history of helping people like you get back on track. During the healing process, you'll find that there is nothing to be ashamed of. Calling Gateway Foundation is that important first step towards getting away from the self-medication of alcohol and other substances and on the road towards safe, rewarding, and sustainable recovery. Call Gateway Foundation at 877-505-HOPE for a free, private, confidential screening. Gateway Foundation, addiction medicine saving lives.
John, the price of groceries is enough to send somebody into a panic mode these days.
Yeah, especially when the refrigerator goes kaput.
Even more so. We got a call from a customer who had that problem with a freezer load of those expensive groceries.
And that'll keep you awake at night just thinking about it.
Right. So, because Dick Van Dyke stocks the 100 most used parts, we were able to send a factory-trained tech out to her place to fix the problem before she lost any of that food.
And he wasn't some subcontractor either.
Trained right here locally by the team of Dick Van Dyke.
You know, one way to fight inflation?
Yep.
Keep from having to buy expensive stuff twice.
Yes, you got that right.
This is Dennis Regan, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store, which means you have the comfort of knowing that if anything goes wrong, we'll make it right. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store. Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
You can jumpstart your car with a device you can hold in your hand. I'm Laurie from Rex Battery, and if you find yourself with a dead battery, the NOCO Genius Boost is all you need. You don't have to wait for a friend to show up, call a tow truck, or hope a stranger has jumper cables. If you have the NOCO Genius Boost, you have the charge you need to get your car going again. One charge can get you as many as 20 jumps. Rex Battery always carries the latest technology, and these small devices pack big power, enough oomph to start your cars, trucks, and even boats. They even have USB ports so you can get your phone powered up if you're stranded. The NOCO Genius Boost. Pick up one today at Rex Battery, Clear Lake, just west of Dirksen.
Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
Shop the largest selection of Amish and American-made furniture all in one location at Hendricks Home Furnishings. From living room upholstery and accent tables to bedroom, dining room, and home office furniture. Select your sizes, wood finishes, colors, leathers, and fabrics of your choice. At Hendricks, the options are endless for style and comfort that will last a lifetime. Come shop Amish and American-made furniture on sale now. Hendricks Home Furnishings in Verdon and online at hendricks.tv, where you can always talk to the owners.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
The WMAY Daily Poll is sponsored by Adams Pest Control for commercial, residential, real estate inspections, and termite control. Cast your vote with the WMAY mobile app or at WMAY.com/poll.
And today's poll question is, are you hoping for a white Christmas? Yes, it really sets the Christmas mood, or no, snow on Christmas is a hazard and a hassle. Around 59% of you say yes. It really sets the Christmas mood. You can go vote at WMAY.com/poll or on the WMAY mobile app. It's brought to you by Adams Pest Control.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY.
So the January 6th committee will be meeting today, and we've seen a lot of the politics surrounding that. But what is it that they're going to possibly do today? Well, it looks like they'll be meeting at about 1 p.m., and you can imagine that's Eastern time. The House Committee, according to USA Today, investigating the Capitol attack on January 6th, 2021. The committee's going to weigh in on the conduct of former President Donald Trump and a constellation of former advisors. And it's possible that they could vote to advance recommendations for charges, including insurrection. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. We may talk about it a little bit more later on when we've got more time. But you can always chime in at 217-629-7970. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
White Christmas, Greg. What a wonderful time of year.
Love
First
it.
time in how many years have we had a white Christmas?
You know, it's been a while. That's for sure. And I like living in Central Illinois because we have all of the seasons and the severe of all seasons, including a white Christmas. But yeah, it's been a few years since we've actually had some snow.
Hey, I was in high school. I remember the Christmas break got extended by a week. It was awesome. But if you're ordering something today and it's not prime, good luck.
Huh. Yeah, coming from a driver who's out there in the thick of it during the holiday season. So yeah, today's like that day that if you don't get it by Christmas, don't blame anybody else but yourself.
And full disclosure, not a representative of any company whatsoever.
Right
Just
on.
giving my 2 cents.
Yep.
If that storm comes in with ice underneath and then snow on top with 60-mile-an-hour gusts and negative degree temperatures, the freight will not make it to town to even be attempted to be delivered. So just think about that if you're ordering. And, I mean, God forbid we all just shop local.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Support small businesses because those won't get snowed out. Good luck, everybody, and have a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas. I appreciate that. And, of course, that's our favorite reindeer out there, getting all of the goods out that you order. And got several friends as well who are in that industry, the logistics industry. And yeah, this is that time of year where they are going full bore. So be sure to thank your delivery drivers. All right, it's Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. And coming up, we'll talk with Adam Andrzejewski from OpenTheBooks.com about their latest report of your tax dollars and how those are being earmarked. So stay tuned. That conversation is next year with Springfield's Morning News. Now 7:30, and let's get a headline check from the newsroom.
92.7 WMAY.
Here are the 3 big things you need to know.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story. The European Union has accused Facebook of breaching EU antitrust rules. The EU Executive Commission said Monday that it takes issue with the tech company tying its online classified ad business, Facebook Marketplace, to Facebook. The Commission, the 27-nation bloc's top antitrust enforcer, said Facebook also imposes unfair trading conditions on competing online classified ad companies that advertise their services on Facebook or Instagram. Companies that breach EU antitrust rules can be hit with fines worth up to 10% of their annual global revenue. Plans are in place for Governor J.B. Pritzker's second inauguration. The ceremonies will be held Monday, January 9th at the BOS Center in Springfield, starting at 11:30 a.m. The event is open to the public, although tickets are required. Those interested in attending can request up to 2 free tickets at ilinauguration23.com. There will also be an inaugural ball that evening at the Expo Building on the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Ticket sales for that event will benefit charity, with details to be announced later. 2 people are dead and 2 others wounded after a school shooting in the Pilsen neighborhood on the west side of Chicago. Students had just been dismissed for the day when gunfire broke out outside Benito Juarez High School. The individuals who were killed were 14 and 15 years old, and 2 teenagers were injured. Chicago police released photos showing images of the suspected shooter and are asking the public for help to identify the suspect. The father of the suspect in the deadly 4th of July parade shooting in Highland Park has been charged with multiple felonies for helping his son obtain a gun license in 2019. Robert Cremo Jr. is facing 7 counts of reckless conduct for sponsoring his then 19-year-old son's application, even though Robert Cremo III had been suicidal and had made threats to kill family members just months earlier. The Lake County State's attorney says the older Cremo knew of his son's problems and sponsored the application anyway. Robert Cremo III is accused of killing 7 people. A New Berlin teenager is dead after a car crash Friday in Morgan County. 16-year-old Kelly Peters was transported to HSHS St. John's Hospital, where she died Saturday of her injuries. Peters was driving on the Franklin Alexander Road when her car crashed into another vehicle. The other driver suffered less serious injuries. State police are investigating the crash, but did not immediately release information on how it happened or on possible citations. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has tested positive for COVID-19 again, the second time this year she has contracted the virus. Lightfoot said in a statement that she is not experiencing symptoms, which she attributes to the fact that she is vaccinated and boosted. Lightfoot is working from home, as she did last January when she contracted COVID, resulting in mild cold-like symptoms at the time. Your dependable 5-day forecast is next on WMAY.
News sponsored by 7th Street Cidery, Central Illinois' first cidery, now open next door to Obed and Isaac's in downtown Springfield.
Little Jack Horner sat in the corner, drinking his Christmas cider. It's the perfect cup of cheer for this time of year, and his smile kept getting wider. Come check out the new 7th Street Cidery, the first cidery in Central Illinois. You'll love their warm, rustic atmosphere and great selection of locally sourced ciders, meads, and perries. 7th Street Cidery, now open at 503 South 7th Street, next to Obed and Isaac's in the heart of downtown Springfield.
Love to sink your teeth into juicy butts? Wiggle on over to Lil Willie's Smokehouse with the finest barbecue smoked daily. Watch your pleasure. Brisket, pork, chicken. Lil Willie's got it all. Plus all your favorite classic sides like homemade mac and cheese, Grandma Pauline's coleslaw, and cornbread. Also check out Lil Willie's rewards program and earn points like a beast every time you feast. Follow your nose to the smoke at the corner of MacArthur and South Grand. Wiggle Central. Open Wednesday through Sunday 11 to 7 for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Online at LilWilliesBBQ.com.
You could dig a hole in the ground and bury your cash, but that's no way to see your savings grow. Use an INB-CD, and you'll earn a 3.14% annual percentage yield just for keeping your money with us for 13 months. The minimum deposit and balance for this certificate of deposit special is $10,000. For more details, visit INB.com. Apply at any INB branch or on our website. INB, member FDIC.
Well, you know, Christmas is only a couple of weeks away, and the big old GOB sale at A.B. Lauer Jewelers is going crazy. Lots of great jewelry on sale at crazy prices, up to 80% off. Nothing's being held back. We're now open Mondays 11 to 6, so our hours are 11 to 6 Monday through Saturday. Don't wait any longer. We'll be closed forever after the holidays. A.B. Lauer Jewelers in the beautiful Montvale Junction Shopping Center on West Isles.
Hey, this is Dale Brand from Heartland Hearing. Listen to our Business Spotlight this afternoon at 5:40 on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk.
Listen and watch interviews with the biggest newsmakers. Subscribe to 92.7 WMAY on YouTube.
Your dependable 5-day forecast on WMAY. Today, chance of flurries this afternoon with a high near 34. Tonight, cloudy, low around 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 36, low around 21. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 31. Snow likely after midnight. Thursday, patchy blowing snow likely with a high near 30. Friday, a chance of snow in the morning, blustery and cold with a high only around 5. And your Christmas Eve will be partly sunny and cold with a high near 9 degrees. I'm Don Howard, 92.7 WMAY.
Weather sponsored by BLH Computers in Springfield, Jacksonville, and Taylorville. Online at blhcomputers.com.
How would you like to work for the area's premier multimedia marketing and advertising company right here in Springfield? Well, here's your opportunity. At Midwest Family, we're looking for talented and dynamic account executives who thrive in a fast-paced working environment. Those who are passionate, self-motivated, goal-oriented, and highly competitive. Are you a problem solver with great communication skills? Do you have a grasp on today's digital media And do you have the ability to cultivate lasting relationships and partnerships? If this sounds like this is for you, apply online today at MidwestFamilySPI.com and click on our careers tab. At Midwest Family Springfield, we offer unique sales career opportunities where you're given a challenging mission, world-class tools like HubSpot CRM, ongoing training, and the chance to realize your full potential as a marketing and advertising sales professional. This is Rob Zavitka, Director of Sales and Business Development Manager at Midwest Family Springfield. Are you my next candidate? If so, please apply online today at MidwestFamilySPI.com and click on the Careers tab. Midwest Family is an equal opportunity employer.
Memorial Health would like to talk to you about a career in healthcare. Now through the end of January, Memorial is hosting a series of hiring events for multiple departments. Come learn about our available positions, as well as some of the biggest hiring incentives we've ever offered, like limited time hiring bonuses for RNs and PCTs. Virtual sessions are available, but hurry, space is limited. Register now at jobs.memorial.health/events. Memorial is an equal opportunity employer.
Shop the largest selection of Amish and American-made furniture all in one location at Hendricks Home Furnishings. From living room upholstery and accent tables to bedroom, dining room, and home office furniture. Select your sizes, wood finishes, colors, leathers, and fabrics of your choice. At Hendricks, the options are endless for style and comfort that will last a lifetime. Come shop Amish and American-made furniture on sale now. Hendricks Home Furnishings in Verdon and online at hendricks.tv, where you can always talk to the owners.
92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
$16 billion in congressional earmarks mapped by states across the country, and only one organization's able to do that. With the speed and accuracy that we've come to expect, and that's openthebooks.com. And joining us right now is Adam Andrzejewski. He is the founder of openthebooks.com, and he tells us about this spending, what exactly it entails. Adam, thanks for taking time with us here with Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY. I'm Greg Bishop. And what do we expect here, Adam?
So we expect there's 357 earmarks stuffed into this omnibus year-end spending bill. The Democrats wrote this bill, but there's plenty of Republican pork barrel projects stuffed into this thing as well in the form of earmarks. And Greg, you know what earmarks are. They're member projects, local projects stuffed into these big bills to ensure votes on the big bills, that they go on a bipartisan basis. And our former honorary chairman, the legendary U.S. Senator from Oklahoma, Dr. Tom Coburn, called earmarks the gateway drug to runaway spending bills. And this is the perfect example. Republicans on this bill, they've got $116 million worth of earmarks for their Illinois projects. These are Illinois members of Congress, Bost, LaHood, Davis, and Kinzinger. And Democrats, of course, they've got $444 million worth of earmarks on this bill.
So we're talking $16 billion across the country, and openthebooks.com is where you can find this and tons of other reporting on how your tax dollars are being spent. And you can actually go and check out a map of this at openthebooks.com. Tell us about this map and how people can use this map.
Well, it's right on the homepage of our website underneath the Maps tab. So just hit openthebooks.com, scroll down, and click the first map. And you can see it all right for Illinois. Just click the pin, which is Springfield, and you see all the Illinois earmarks in the chart beneath the map. And here's what you're going to see. You're going to see $3 million by Representative Garcia up in Chicago for the Puerto Rico Cultural Center. You're going to see $3.75 million for a local YMCA in Chicago so they can renovate it from Democratic Congresswoman Schakowsky. You got Foster up there in the Chicago suburbs for $3 million for the DuPage Township Government Food Pantry. Look, all of these projects, they're local projects. If they have merit, they should be funded locally. Why in DuPage County are millions of dollars worth of federal grants flowing? Why is renovation to a local YMCA in Chicago flowing out of federal coffers? I mean, taxpayers from around the country funding these local projects. And look, you've got LaHood right there in the village of Downs on a streetscaping project for the village, $2.1 million. I can go down the list. $2 million for a YMCA in DuPage County from Democratic member Caston. You've got Quigley up in Chicago, $2 million for the Park District. Schakowsky, $2 million for the Park District so they can build a new swimming pool.
Well,
Again,
and I'm even looking here on
funded locally.
Yeah, I'm looking here at even the city of Taylorville getting $2.5 million. That's right in our listening audience. Congressman Rodney Davis getting that earmark. And it's across the board here. Even Congressman Davis getting something for a drinking water system for $2.2 million, and a variety of other funds that are statewide from Duckworth and Durbin, and all of these lawmakers getting these earmarks.
So like Boast in Perry County for a new truck salt shed. Okay, $800,000 on the earmark for Boast. Okay, again, a local project. If it has merit, fund it locally, not out of the feds. The Mount Vernon Township, there's a township road that he's going to resurface, the Pump House Road. $160,000. That's Boast. Kinzinger, Mount Morris Fire Station, $1 million. Electronic vehicle charging in Wilmington, $750,000. The Pontiac Sub Fire Station for $500,000. Again, fire stations, fund it locally, not out of the federal government.
Well, you've also got $2 million in Springfield for the Pillsbury Mills redevelopment project, and I know that that's a project that's important to a lot of people. But Adam, why not have these dollars that taxpayers pay into?
Here's some big earmarks. Here's the big earmarks. Danny Davis, the Field Museum in Chicago, $2 million. I looked up the Field Museum CEO pay last year. It's $1.1 million. They've got $600 million in net assets after you subtract all their debt. Over $500 million in net assets. They don't need taxpayer help, but you got Chicago members of Congress earmarking them millions.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, and you got to think this is all earmarked with some of these lawmakers on their way out the door getting these funds for their local communities. But isn't that their job?
Well, look, 7 out of the top 10 earmarkers in this big omnibus bill come out of Republicans in the U.S. Senate. And look, earmarks are the currency of corruption in Congress. It's all of these pet projects grease the skids for the big spending bills, and you got Republicans and Democrats both advocating for these things. They're out cheerleading to spend your money on these local projects across the country.
You said that this was from the recent omnibus that they passed to get us through the next week or so before Christmas. Is that what this bill's spending essentially?
Yeah, basically it would take you to the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th of 2023. So this is the massive bill where they stuff it full of pork. They try to push it through on the holiday when nobody's paying attention and grease the skids with earmarks.
And you can go see this for yourself and pour through the data, openthebooks.com. You'll see the Maps tab, click on it, and you'll see the $16 billion in congressional earmarks, where you can then zoom in and find Illinois, and the entire list is there for you to check out. Pretty remarkable. And this is obviously, some people, Adam, are gonna say this is money that's needed. But you're saying if it is so important, it can be funded locally.
Yeah, and look, this comes on the heels of the American Rescue Act. $350 billion flowed to local units of government. Now they're layering on all this pork with earmarks. It's just, the pocketbook of the U.S. taxpayer, we're all under attack. When Congress is in session, as Mark Twain said, our life, liberty, and property, they're not safe.
It's a lot of money. I'm sitting here scrolling, and it is project after project after project. I've been scrolling now for a good 40 seconds and just got to the bottom, ranging from $20,000 that is going to one project all the way up to a good $49.3 million. That's going to be for the upper Mississippi rivers and Congress people, Bustos, Graves, LaHood, and others making that happen as well. So openthebooks.com is, of course, where you can see where your tax dollars are being spent. Adam, this is just one report. Tell us about all the other stuff you guys do, everything from finding, California lifeguards making overtime of 6 figures or more. What are some of the other things that you guys have at openthebooks.com?
So at openthebooks.com, our couple of our big projects this year. One is we proved how Fauci profited from the pandemic. We proved a net worth increase between 2019 and 2021 of $5 million. So his net worth now rivals $12.6 million. We, as California six-figure lifeguard. You could be a lifeguard in California. We wrote this on the editorial page of the Wall Street Journal, and make up to $510,000 a year. We found 98 lifeguards made over $200,000. So I guess life's the beach if you're an LA County lifeguard.
Pretty remarkable stuff. Again, openthebooks.com. Adam Andrzejewski, the founder and CEO, joining us. Greatly appreciate your time, and we'll obviously be talking again in the future because there doesn't seem to be an end to just how much tax dollars we pay and how those dollars are being distributed throughout the country, including right here in Illinois. So thanks for taking time with us, and we'll talk again soon, all right?
Sounds great, Greg. Thank you.
Happy holidays. It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. And let's take a look at Springfield's dependable 5-day forecast, where you've got some weather that's coming, and it's not going to be pretty. And as far as the temperature and possible snow, however, I'm looking forward to that possible white Christmas we got. The high of 33 today, the low down to 25, chance of flurries. And then for Tuesday, partly sunny with a high of 37, the low of 22. Into Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high of 32. And then Thursday, we're looking at some snow, and the high of only around, 31 before it drops down to 0 Thursday nights with snow likely. And then Friday, 30% chance of snow with the high of only 6. We're talking -4 the low Friday nights. And why not? Looking into the weekend, single-digit temperatures for the high. For Christmas Day, 13 the high with mostly sunny skies. Right now, 18 degrees at 748 from Culver's West on Wabash.
It's time to apply at Culver's West on Wabash. We're hiring all positions, and did we mention free food? Only at Culver's West on Wabash.
Anxiety. There's plenty of it to go around for just about everyone these days, but the question is, how are you dealing with it? Anxiety can make things difficult. If you find yourself reaching for drugs or alcohol as the solution, chances are your anxiety has gotten out of control. It's time to pick up the phone and call Gateway Foundation. You'll talk with someone who holds the strictest confidentiality so that you can open up and learn about treatment options. Our team of professional counselors, therapists, psychiatrists, and physicians have a long history of helping people like you get back on track. During the healing process, you'll find that there is nothing to be ashamed of. Calling Gateway Foundation is that important first step towards getting away from the self-medication of alcohol and other substances and on the road towards safe, rewarding, and sustainable recovery. Call Gateway Foundation at 877-505-HOPE for a free, private, confidential screening. Gateway Foundation, addiction medicine saving lives.
At Adams Pest Control, we continue to be voted #1 because we take pride in our customer service and retention. We appreciate our customers' loyalty, and that is why we return their loyalty by working with our customers on their budgets and continue to hold our prices with no increase in almost 20 years. To see why our customers continue to choose us and vote us #1, call Adams Pest Control today, 544-2122, and see what a local family-owned company is all about.
3120 Montvale Drive, Springfield.
Where do you go when you want to get in shape? The Body Quest store, the Body Quest store. High quality exercise equipment for your home. The Body Quest store, the Body Quest store. The quest for the healthier you begins at the Body Quest store, the Body Quest store. 3120 Montvale Drive, the Body Quest store, the Body Quest store. 787-9930. The Body Quest store, the Body Quest store. The quest for the healthier you begins at the Body Quest store. 3120 Montvale Drive, Springfield.
Hi, this is Shane Luttrell with Luttrell Jewelers. The 16th annual Big Holiday Sale is going on right now. Did you hear that magic word, sale? Up to 30% off everything at Luttrell Jewelers. Open 6 days a week until Christmas.
There are 3 words I always hear when someone from our staff is on the phone. We got it. Hi, it's Laurie from Rex Battery, and whenever somebody calls us and asks if we have a certain type of battery, the answer is always, we got it. Even in those very rare instances we don't, we know how to get it. And if we don't know how to get it, we'll build it. That's how committed we are to making sure you have the power you need. From model cars to real cars, from toys to tractors, dog collars to doorbells, riding mowers to remote keys. If it takes a battery, we have it at Rex Battery. Over 75,000 batteries in stock right now. So if you're wondering if we've got a battery, yep, we've got it. They're fresh, fully charged, and ready to go, keeping Central Illinois fully powered for over 60 years. Rex Battery, Clear Lake, west of Dirksen.
What's the best thing to do with your money during uncertain times? Financial experts agree products like certificates of deposit and money market accounts can be a safe haven from a bumpy economy. At Warren Boynton State Bank, we've been helping people find ways for their money to make money for 145 years. Certificates of deposit, or CDs, give you a guaranteed return on your money. Money market accounts are a way to let your money earn higher interest with the flexibility of a checking account. These are just two options we have at Warren Boynton, each designed to give your money security, and they just might help you sleep better at night. At Warren Boynton, you can say we've seen a few things over the years. A lot has happened since we opened our doors in 1877, but no matter what was going on in the rest of the world, we've stood by folks in Central Illinois. A little extra confidence during challenging economic times. Warren Boynton State Bank, WBSB.net, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Warren Boynton, your bank.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. The majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop. Weekdays 6 till 9 on 92.7 WMAY.
All right, I wanted to go through some more of the OpenTheBooks.com data. And if you're not familiar with that organization, Adam Andrzejewski, who actually ran for the Republican nomination for governor back in, gosh, when was that? 10 plus years ago, if not more. I can't remember when that was. But either way, he started up OpenTheBooks.com, where he really tracks a lot of your tax dollars and how they're being appropriated and spent. And just going through this list here, again, OpenTheBooks.com, where you can find the map, click on the little icon on Springfield, and then it breaks down all of the spending that there is. But I did want to kind of go through at least, Congressman Davis, he's in, this listening area. He, for instance, gave the Department of Transportation in Macon County about $4.5 million for the Reese Bridge Road bridges replacements. You've got Congressman Davis also, again, we mentioned when we talked with Adam Andrzejewski, $2.5 million for West Main Cross Street improvements in Taylorville, $2.5 million for that. Also, about $2.3 million for drinking water distribution system phase 1 and 2, and this is both Congressman Davis and the Environmental Protection Agency making that happen. You got Congressman let's see here, that's Danny Davis, that's north. Let's get to another Rodney Davis funding here, $2 million for the Jersey Community Hospital District in Jerseyville, Illinois, and these are just some of the area projects that are listed. So those are some of the big ones. $1.8 million for drinking water transmission main replacements. Let's move on to some more. $1.6 million for sanitary sewer inflow and infiltration reduction. Others, you've got truck driver training expansion at Lincoln Land Community College for $1.1 million. Then if we look at even more, maybe Springfield, for instance. So let's search Springfield on this list. And again, this list goes on and on and on and on and on. You could see just how long and how much money is involved here. But if you go to just search for Springfield, for instance, Senator Durbin was able to get an earmark for $2 million for the Pillsbury Mills project that's lined up. And they're actually going to be demolishing that. They're going to hold a news conference on Wednesday with Moving Pillsbury Forward to talk about demolishing that some of the buildings there. So we'll get more information on that in the days ahead. But they're going to get $2 million from federal tax coffers to fund this. Where else? We got a project, Springfield Oak Ridge Cemetery, getting $150,000 in this package that had a whole bunch of spending, not just for Illinois, but all 50 states across the country, $16 billion worth. So that's a lot of money. And Adam Andrzejewski making the argument that if these projects are that important, why add to the federal ledger and add to spending that's not going to go elsewhere? You've got a whole host of debt. You've got the country's deficit that is insurmountable, it seems at times, with the interest we have to pay on that. While you've got a lot of local tax dollars as well that have already been received for COVID-19 relief. Like, for instance, the city of Springfield, there's like $20-some-odd million. Yeah, some of that might be spoken for, but that's already federal tax dollars that have come to the city for them to spend. So a lot of money going out. We'll see just what kinds of improvements there are, but I'd encourage you to go and check out openthebooks.com and pour through some of that data. All right, let's talk about the weather and what we're expecting with a major storm on the way. And we've been updating you throughout the day with the forecast, and that includes, some snow, starting possibly even today with some flurries. But if you look at the National Weather Service, you'll see that, we've got the map of Springfield, and we've got some overcast skies right now with the sun up. But there is some precipitation that's hitting St. Louis and Carlinville, and this string of storms is expected to come towards Springfield. And the National Weather Service tweeting out that a major storm system forecast to impact much of the nation leading up to Christmas Eve, with widespread gusty winds, areas of heavy rain and heavy snow, as well as bitter cold in its wake. Be sure to pay close attention to the forecast this week as details become certain. And they say that Arctic air mass is going to consume much of the lower 48 from Tuesday to Saturday, Christmas Eve, with high temperatures averaging about 10 to 35 degrees below normal for the northwest quadrant of the U.S. and the eastern two-thirds of the country. So it's going to be cold. What are we looking at for the forecast? Well, you've got a chance of flurries today, the high of 33, the low of 25. Tuesday, partly sunny, 37 the high. And then Wednesday, 32 the high. But then we're looking at a temperature drop Wednesday night into Thursday with the high of around 31, but 0 the low Thursday night. Snow Friday, the high of only 6. And then Saturday, we're looking at a high of only 7, negative degree temperatures for the low. Looks like Christmas Day will be mostly sunny, so you looking forward to that white Christmas?
From the Fly SPI Studios, take the easy way out.